Hello everyone and welcome to today's reading video. So again, we're looking at reading comprehension. Remember, that's not just reading the words and sentences that are in front of us, but thinking about what we've read and really understanding it so that we can answer questions on what we have read and understood. So let's have a go. Last week, I was looking at a non-fiction text. Remember, it was full of facts and real information all about sharks. Today, I've picked a non-fiction story. So this is made up. And it's The Three Little Pigs. I'm sure this is a story that a lot of you are familiar with already. So I have tweaked the story a little bit. So we still need to actually read it because some of the information in my version of Three Little Pigs might be different from ones that you've read before. So let's go. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs called Sam, Wesley, and Bob. One day, they decided they would each build a new home. Sam built his out of straw. Wesley built his out of wood. And Bob built his out of bricks. Right, okay, so there you go. There's the start of my Three Little Pigs story. Let's have a look at what question we need to answer. So it says 1. Let's change this to a highlighter because we said last week it's good to highlight important information, is it? What are the three pigs called? I think that's the important bit. It's asking what the name of all three pigs are. Okay, so you need to find the name of the three pigs and write that down for me. Pause the video so you can go back and look for the names and how to spell them, and then write them down. Okay, so hopefully you remembered the three names pigs here. They're called Sam, Wesley, and Bob. Okay, remember as well, in video last week, I said it's always good if you can to write the answers to these questions in full sentences. Okay, so the three pigs are called Bob, Sam, and Wesley. Okay, I've written them in a slightly different order from the order they are in the story. That's perfectly fine. It doesn't ask you to say it specifically in the same order. It's just asked you what the name of the three pigs are. And we've got the three names there. Sam, Bob, and Wesley. Okay, fantastic. Let's have a look at the next part of my story. The next day, the big bad wolf came to the straw house. Little pig, let me in, he snarled. Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. I will not let you in, shouted the first little pig. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down, growled the big bad wolf. And he blew the house down. The first little pig ran to the stick house, but the big bad wolf followed. Again, the big bad wolf asked to come in, but the second pig also refused. So the big bad wolf blew that house down too. Sam and Wesley quickly ran over to Bob in his brick house. Right, so question 2. Which house was blown down first? Pause the video, read back over the passage and tell me which house was blown down first. Okay, right, so the next day they came to the straw house, didn't he? The big bad wolf came to the straw house and he said, I'll blow your house down. So that's the house he blew down first, isn't it? So hopefully you've written something along the lines of, the straw house was blown down first. Okay, so well done. If you spotted that, fantastic. Lovely. Now let's have a look at the end of our story. The big bad wolf followed them. Little pig, let me come in, the wolf snarled. Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin. I will not let you in, shouted the third little pig. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down, growled the big bad wolf. He huffed and he puffed, but he could not blow it down. So he went down the chimney and landed in a big pot of stew. Splash! He jumped out and ran away. He never came back again. The three little pigs lived happily ever after in the house made of bricks. Right, so there's my story of the three little pigs. Our third question is, how did the pigs feel at the end of the story? Pause the video, have a look through, read what you can find, any clues to how they felt. Right, so in this text, it didn't actually say at the end of the story, the pigs were sad, the pigs were happy. So we need to look a bit deeper, find some extra clues. It does end, the three little pigs lived happily. Okay. So there, we've got a word there, happily. So that gives us a clue, doesn't it, to how they were feeling. If they lived happily ever after, I think we're correct in thinking that at the end of the story, they were happy. So we might have written something along the lines of oh, it's not typing. Why is it not typing? There we go. At the end of the story, the pigs were happy. Okay, let's move that up a little bit so you can see it. So even though it didn't specifically say in the text the pigs were happy at the end of the story, we've still used what we've read to help us answer the question. We have still used the clues that are in the text that we've read to answer it. Okay, so well done if you said they would be happy. Now, another way we can use clues in stuff we're reading is sometimes the pictures, because a lot of books and stories we read have pictures, haven't they? So I've got on this slide a picture of my three pigs. We aren't told in the story what the pigs look like, but I think we can get some clues from what we've read and work out which pig is which. So pause the video and tell me, what do you think the name of each of these pigs is based on what we've read today? Okay, so hopefully I think you have spotted that this one is Sam, isn't it? He built his house of straw. He's got a straw hat there. He's got a rake to rake up all of his straw that he's got. So I think we can be pretty confident that that pig there is Sam. I think, again, this one here, he's holding a bunch of wood, isn't he? And what was the name of the pig that built his house out of wood? It was Wesley, wasn't it? So I think that pig there with the red shirt and jeans is Wesley. So that means this one over here with the white cap and his little trowel thing with it to put his cement and mortar on is Bob. So well done. So it's not always just the words we need to look at when we're answering these questions, but sometimes we can use the pictures as well. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. There's some activities in your pack to do as well. And good luck. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.